takes out this rock, and it has this strange glimmering quality to it. And what he does is he takes it and he throws it, and it clacks against the walls and then just bursts into this bright light, and then all the shadows just kind of go and evaporate.
Thank you. It's like, you know, during like 4th of July, you get those little bags and you throw on the ground and it's like, oh yeah, that's just that big, right?
Shh. So, the guy, he's a young dwarven guy, probably in the equivalent of like early 20s. He has a nice. It appears that at one point his goat, he had a short beard that was nicely groomed, but it's grown out over time. Like he hasn't shaved in a number of days. He's panting and has this sort of wild look to his eye and says, "What are you doing? Are you crazy? These woods are nuts." And well, never mind that. Do any of you have water?
I think we do. Luna probably loaned him her water skin.
Oh, thank you. Takes it, drinks greedily, and he explains that he's been trapped here for a number of days, that these shadow beings came from out of the forest. They're the guards in the outpost, which is the circular room with the fire and the little window outside. They saw these strange creatures coming, and then readied for the attack. They came through the door, and then most of them were corrupted. He pulls out this the stones that he had, and he says, "This is Sunbright stone, and it's been keeping me safe here. They don't like it, and as you can see how I threw it. I don't know. Have you found anyone else besides me?"
You're the first.
Well,
we're probably the last.
We found someone at Dark Pond.
Oh yeah, I've met a few people from there. Oh, do you know? Do you know if Harmony's alright? She's a friend of mine.
I haven't run into her yet.
Okay. Well,
I mean, we're trying to investigate these dark shadows, and it seems like it's strongest here. At least the darkness in this place is very unusual, even for these woods.
Well, I don't think it started here, because then it certainly ended here for some of us. But I can tell you it came from, I was one of them on guard duty when I saw it come. They came from the northeast.
Alright, let's go northeast, guys. Northeast.
Alright, let's go northeast.
Alright, so you guys go.
Goodbye, mister.
Maybe he can come with us. He has the sunstone. Yeah, keep him safe. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, I don't know. I've been I kind of just want to get out of here.
Then you can get out of here with us.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, natural 20.
Okay, so
It's been up and down for me. So that is
Children, the
25.
most convincing.
okay, so he sticks out his hand and says, "My name's Meryl Rockscore. Happy to help you. I think I might be best if I threw my lot in with you."
Yeah, you don't have to be alone in the dark. Surrounded by wax as I look around him.
Well, I ran out of candles. Did I like the light?
Well, the fire's in here. It's cold anyways. Let's get going.
He looks really confused when you say that. He's like, "What?" Okay, Ciara, were you saying something?
Yeah, it was Pleasure to have you with us. Meet the party as all. Welcome to the party. That one is Ellie and Ciara. This one is Luna and Keyanthi.
Nice to meet you. Well, I can.
Keyanthi holds out her hand, but she's pointing in the wrong direction.
I'm over here, and he kind of.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's so hard to see.
It's alright. I've been in the darkness longer. Adjusted my eyes a bit better.
Oh.
Well, he says, alright, well, I just need to grab a few things, and you guys follow behind him as he just goes to goes to the dormitory room. It's obvious that it's a dormitory, there are beds there. He goes to a footlocker and pulls out some of his belongings and grabs this, he grabs, what is he have? It's like a pickaxe, but not, a war pick, there we go. He grabs a war pick and slings it over his shoulder and slings this other bag on his shoulder and says, you know, I've been around here a long time. I think I might know where this is originating. See, back in the day, a couple hundred years ago, there was some mage-type wizard guy who was, dabbling in some stuff. He's got an old tower here. Maybe we want to investigate that. If anything's fought the power to cause something crazy as this, I would probably want to start there. I know where it is if you want me to take you, but if you have a better idea, I'm all ears.
I mean, that sounds like a pretty good lead.
Solidly. I like it.
Okay. And, so you guys head back out into the woods. He takes you along this trail that's on the western side of Fir Tree Hollow. It then goes and curves up north. He, you guys travel for like a number of hours, and then he says, I don't know about you, but, it's gonna be another couple of hours to get there, but I'm pretty beat. Do you want to say we make camp for now? I've been traveling for like 4 hours.
We might want to keep the light on.
Definitely. So you guys can set up camp and mark down that you guys have gotten rests.
Oh, wait, are we taking like...
How much health did we get back for a rest?
Do you guys want to do a full rest or a short rest? If you guys...
Full rest.
Full rest, yeah. If you guys have been up for like over 12 hours.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
If we've been up for...
Yeah, it's...
then
Yeah,
might
it's
be
like you...
longer.
Yeah, it's been like 16 hours.
Okay, then we go to sleep.
Also, how long does the hex thing last?
So you
Or
take
would
a
it be-
full rest.
Would it be gone with the rest?
Let me double check the mechanics real quick.
Okay.
Because it has kind of a snag to it.
Alright, I've got a cat.
Okay, yes.
There.
Meow. You recover from your hex.
Cool.
So everyone gets a full night's. You guys get a full night's rest, and then are back on your feet. It's been a quiet night, and you guys get up.
I wake up Meryl at 5 in the morning.
It's only been 5 hours. Sorry, I'm gonna need a wee bit more sleep.
But it's morning already, right? I can't tell. It's dark.
How did we went over this yesterday? And 20 other times while we've been traveling together.
He's just like-
We get more than they do if it's sleep in.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forget that.
Will conspire with me to eat more waffles than they do. Join me on my mission. On my breakfast mission.
I like it. So,
I remember I had waffles.
after another 3 hours, it's like 8, gets up, packs the stuff. Says, all right, well, I'm gonna take you down this path, and we're gonna come to the river, and then head back down south, and then deviate from the path a little bit to get to the tower. You guys travel for like another... It takes like another like half day of traveling through this wilderness. But then as you curve down back to the south, you skirt along the edge of the river again, and then you see it through like the thicket that there is a crumbling tower off in the distance. Meryl says, that's where we want to go. So,
Alright, let's go.
okay, so he comes...
I'm marching for it.
marches over towards this crumbling tower.
Perception check, see if like any shadows are looming or whatnot.
Yes.
I would like to roll a dice too.
Yeah, roll the dice.
Roll the dice.
I got a 7.
I rolled a 12.
As far as you know, everything's fine.
Everything looks fine.
Just to be fair. Thank you.
Looks like we're not in danger.
I love that.
Yeah. Look around. It's kind of quiet here.
Get the owl again.
Anything is after us.
Then,
What other people you got?
so you guys approach the tower. There's a...
Approaching.
It's like crumbled halfway down, and you see it was probably once a magnificent structure, and judging by like it was kind of like on this hill, and then it probably extended up into the sky, but over centuries of time it has crumbled down, and it's just a pile of rubble with a little bit of it piled up still. And you see that there's this tree that has grown kind of in the center of this crumbling tower. So like it's only half encompassed by the tower because the rest is gone. And then at the foot of the tree there's like kind of this little cave opening. But from this tree there's this dark, emanating, eerie feeling. And Meryl points to the tree and says, oh, that's one felled tree. Can't you feel that? Ugh. I think we might found the place.
Alright. Pull the sword. Let's take care of it.
Okay, so you approach the tree. The gnarled oak sits at the zenith of a small hill, and all the trees and glades surrounding it seem to bow in submission to it. It appears ordinary, apart from its ashen and foreboding aura. At the foot of the tree, beneath its tangled roots, you can clearly see a passageway that leads down into what appears to be a man-made cellar, because you can see stone kind of through the thicket of roots. The opening is wide enough, but that tree seems awful alive. As you near it, it kind of...
Oh.
And these like huge boughs just slam into the ground. It's like the Whomping Willow.
Change the tree. Make it down.
So,
I like it.
you guys want to battle this tree?
Roll to punch the tree!
Alright, I guess we're
battle.
doing it.
Fight! Yeah.
And we'll see what this tree's initiative is. Okay, tree goes last. Top is Keyanthi, then Ciara, then Luna, then Ellie, then the tree. Alright.
I roll to grapple the tree. No, just kidding. Okay, I am gonna I'm gonna try punching it.
Okay.
The old fallback. And let's see here. Whoa. Well, that's cool. Both of them were 19.
Okay, both of those hit.
Both of those hit. Alright. Okay. Cool, that's fun. So one of these is a stunning strike. So, anyway, 6 plus 5 is 11, and then 5 plus 5 is 10, so that's 21 damage with a con save, or else he's stunned until the end of my turn. My next turn.
Okay, so you run up to it, you wail on this thing, punching at this bark, reminding you of the good old days when you just be punching at those dummies. And you expend a key point to strike this tree, and it is immune to paralysis.
Well, that's no fun. Ooh.
Are you tree?
It's immune to stun. Sorry. Same thing. Okay. Next up is Ciara.
And this one I will cast at level 2, and I'm going to cast Burning Hand.
Yeah.
Alright, burn the tree.
Burn the tree.
It's a
I'm gonna make
dex.
some kindling.
Do it.
Alright, I have to roll to attack, right?
Yes. Well, no, it's burning hand, so I make a dex save, but I failed, so roll your damage.
Oh. 6, 4, and 2. That's 10, 6.
6, 6, 4, and 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so 12, 16 to 18.
Okay.
Nice, 18
You're
damage.
trying to figure out numbers, like, oh god, help.
I've gotten better at mental math. I'm just having to do this a lot. Okay, next up is Ellie.
I'm going to reach into my pack, pull out 2 little totems that look like little bears, and I throw them out as I cast Conjure Animals. So, 15 initiative for the bears.
Alright, bears.
Now bears.
The bears.
Yeah.
Time move.
So the bears go right after Keyanthi. Okay, next it's the tree's turn.
Concept.
Let me see for the tree.
That is pathetic.
It got a 14.
That fails, but I only rolled 4 radiant damage, so.
Okay. 4 radiant damage. All the damage counts.
Yeah.
Now it's the shadow, not the shadow trees. We'll call it the shadow tree, sure. Now it's the tree's turn, so it can... Wow, okay, so it has, let's see who it's gonna... We keep hitting... Okay, it's gonna go for Keyanthi.
Good. No, bad.
And,
Oh, wait, never mind. I don't want that.
No, wait, no, not that kind.
Does a 16 hit you?
Nope.
First strike misses. Does
Carmel's out of the way.
a 19 hit you?
Yeah, she trips over her root.
And then we do. Okay. So you take 8 points of necrotic damage, and you have to make con save.
That's cute. We all like con save. Okay. 12.
You make it, and it's going to go after Luna next.
No.
That misses with a natural 4. Wow, I'm not rolling great. So you guys are just Dodge City. Get out of Dodge.
Do a bunch of cartwheels,
Yeah, just doing a bunch of cartwheels as this tree is whirling its big, thick trunk, branches around. Thud, thud, thud. You guys stepping out of the way, leaping over them, and generally dodging everything. So we're back at the top with Keyanthi.
Back at the top with Keyanthi. Anyway, she fell down and tripped on a root. Okay, cool. So it doesn't get stunned. We will never do that again. So we're gonna do a good old punch, and maybe then we'll punch it again. And then why not? We'll punch it one more time after that. Oh, there goes another dice. Okay, one was a 12 to hit.
That misses.
Alright, that does not count. We're ignoring that. Okay. Oh, good. I thought that was a 1. It's a 7. 7 plus 8 is a number called 15. Right?
That's 15.
Yeah.
It does not break through the bark.
Anyway, that was a 19 plus 8, so I think that worked.
That one does hit, yes.
That was a nice punch. Good job with the punch.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, max damage, even 11.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Max damage. Okay. So,
Radiant damage, if that means anything, but it never does.
guys have been wailing on this tree, and from all this ruckus and noise, you see the shadow beneath the tree, and out from the cave, this hand shoots out, grips the grass, and pulls itself forward. It's a man with ash gray skin and this wild look in his eyes. He has on this plate chest piece and a tabard on it that has the hoe and the sword with thorns wrapped around him.
Oh,
And from the shadow of the tree emerges a third visage, and it's this tall, lanky being just made of blackness. It has long...
Slenderman.
Yeah, it's like a Slender Man, but pure black. It has long arms, and it's like hunched over. So we're gonna add these guys to the initiative. Alright, so this guy that comes out, he leaps out at lightning speed, takes out... What did I give him? I think I gave him like a sword or something.
Is he in the moonbeam or no?
Yeah, we'll say that he'll take moonbeam damage because your moonbeam's pretty big. Well, he rolled an 8, so I don't think that's gonna save him.
Okay, so 14 radiant damage.
Okay. So, like, you see him step into the moonbeam, and then, like, the ash gray color to his skin, like, he actually seems to gain, like, a little more color as he steps into this light, and then he steps out of it. And he is gonna go for whoever is closest to him, which is Ciara. And he's going to make an attack, so he can... Okay.
Come on, big green piece.
That's a 25. That's a 25 to hit.
Ooh. No, it doesn't.
He does 4 points of necrotic damage to you.
Alright.
And you have to make your con save of 11.
12. 9 plus 5.
That works.
Okay.
Alright.
Good enough.
It's good enough. Now it's the bears. Oh, I forgot Meryl. Hang on. Sorry. Alright. Wow, okay. Meryl's last.
Aww.
It's okay.
Meryl. He would have just gone for the tree, so I'll just have him try to hit the tree real quick. He hits the tree. He did 5 points of damage to the tree. Cool. Alright, now we're at the bears. The bears.
Okay, so
Lead the bears.
I'm trying to visualize it. So we have the tree, and then we have these two guys that just like kind of came out. Are they still close to the tree? I think one went up to Ciara.
So you guys are all relatively close to the tree. Ciara, Burning Hands is a distance thing, so you have to be within, I think,
Like 15 feet.
15 feet. Yes.
Yeah, I charged at the tree.
15. Alright, so you're, we'll say that the tree is the epicenter. The shadow creature is you guys are at the southern part of the tree, including Meryl. Then the man that came out went after Ciara, so he's on the southwestern side, and then the shadow creature is on the southeastern side.
Mm-hmm.
So they're on opposite sides of the tree.
Okay. The bears run up to. Yeah, they run up to the tree. That was the original plan.
Alright, go to the tree.
And I rolled their attacks.
Okay.
I got 3 attacks that are underneath a 10. But one of them does hit. One it was a 17.
Okay, that one does hit.
Okay, so that's 17. I mean, not 17. 11 points of damage. So like these 2 bears, they just kind of run up to like the tree and start like slashing at it and biting. And then that's their turn.
Okay, yeah. This tree is taking and baiting. A bunch of bears are going up and growling and clawing at it. It's been burned. Ciara, it's your turn.
Alright.
Oh, I forgot the shadow. Sorry, there's a lot happening. I didn't do the shadow. Hang on.
There's a lot happening. Okay.
I gotta do the shadow. Okay. Alright, so what he does is he extends out his shadowy fingers, and then in this 20 by 20 foot square, these black tentacles come out of the ground and start writhing and flailing around. So you guys need to make dex saving throws.
Oh, snap! All of us?
Yes.
Oh, 18 as well.
I got a 19.
So you guys all saved, so you take half damage, and you just take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, good.
2 points.
Nice.
Yeah, you didn't roll very high. Okay, now it's Ciara's turn.
I'm glad they stopped.
Alright. So I have 2 enemies next to me, yeah?
Yeah, you have the tree, and you have. I think you're next. We'll say you're next to the shadow. Spread it out.
Yeah, and the dude, right?
Yeah, like it's all fairly close proximity. Like the guy is on one side. There's the tree in the middle. The guy is on one side, and then the shadow's on the other side. And then you guys are sort of on the southern part of this. So
I'm just wondering what's within a 15-foot radius of me, because.
I'll say the tree and the shadow.
Cool. All right. And so I'm going to cast Sword Burst.
Cool.
Oh yeah, you can get both of them.
Make a dex save, right?
Yes.
Okay, tree fails. But, Shadow... I think Shadow saves because he got a natural 15. He got a 17 for his save.
Okay, and so it's 2d6 damage here. 6 and 5.
Okay, so 11,
Nice.
11
points of damage.
Okay, so is it half damage on a save, or... Okay,
Half
no.
damage on the save.
Each creature must or take... Okay, so they don't take any damage if they save. It's a cantrip.
Oh.
Okay, but the tree... how do you want to take down the tree?
Fight. Oh.
When I cast the blades, I have them go sort of in a rotation. Just
Okay.
Continued rotation. And it passes through the shadow because it makes a deck save. But I continue to have it turning as I saw at the tree.
Yeah. So this fell tree is just hewn down and this crashes over.
Yeah.
The tree has fallen. Okay.
I did it.
Alright.
Tree done.
Yay.
Now it's Luna's turn.
Okay.
Smart.
Which thing is closest to me?
The guy.
Okay. I'll swing at the guy.
Okay. Yeah. Swing at the dude.
I'll swing at him twice.
Okay.
13 and a 17.
They both hit.
Okay.
He's a crazy.
Okay, so that's gonna be 16 piercing damage, and I think I want to smite. Does this guy count as undead?
No.
Okay.
No.
I go smite once then. And do 10 radiant damage.
Okay. Yeah, so you strike him with your rapier after a good flourish, and then you strike him in the shoulder, and this burst of radiant energy erupts through your sword, and as you smite him, he takes the impact. With the radiant energy, and he's gaining more color the more radiant energy you throw at him.
Okay, keep punching him.
Yeah, you should try punching him.
Punches. More punches. Punches.
I glow, honey, so I need to.
Okay, next up, are you done, Luna?
Yeah.
Alright, next up is the shadow. Comes out of the blackness, and who's he gonna hit? Who's he gonna hit? Oh, I didn't even include Meryl in this. Hang on.
It's okay, Meryl could just be shocked and awed.
He's gonna hit Luna.
I'm so
Oh
strong.
boy.
It's okay, so that's a natural 19 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
And you take 8 necrotic damage. Gonna go for another swing.
Oh boy.
Does a 16 hit you?
No.
Okay, so second swing misses. Shreds through. Much like the other shadow creatures you've seen, he goes through you, but you feel the claws like tearing into your very like life essence as he like pulls it out of you. It doesn't feel good. You
I
need.
get really bad on my concentration too. So
Oh, yeah.
that's mine. Give that back.
You also need to make a con save. 11. Yeah. In con save. 11.
Wow. Okay. Thanks. I'm not using the rest of the night. Okay. I got 3.
Okay, so
That's
you
okay.
take a -1 to your strength checks, abilities, and reactions.
Okay.
Ability checks. Attack, saving throws, and ability checks. There we go. Alright, that was Shadow's turn. Now it's Ellie's turn.
Okay. So I see these two entities like come out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the gray skin guy, he's engaged with Luna.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're engaged.
I hold out my staff and I like concentrate and then I just go, Silver, help out Luna! As you see just like a little orb as I kind of come out and then just engulfs his form as I'm casting Hold Person.
Oh, cool. Wisdom save?
Hold person.
I believe that's a wisdom save.
B failed, it's 3. He's been held.
Oh, he's been held. Oh, big hug.
Aw, that's so tender. You're such nice
They're
people.
engaged and they held each other.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is paralyzed.
Yeah, you see him just
Paralyzed with love.
lock up.
And then,
Locked up with the emotion.
as I'm holding that up, I put my hand up in the air and I call out to another one of my spirit friends, and I'm like, right, dear, give us strength! As I'm using my bear totem.
Woo!
As you see this, like, radiant bear glowing with this, like, orange, yellow, like, light. And I think everybody, let me just double check how much. I think everybody gets 10 temporary hit points. And everybody has advantage on strength checks and saves.
Cool.
Yep.
Alright, next up is Meryl. He looks over and sees like a spectral bear and a bunch of, he's like, there's bears attacking this tree. He sees all this magic happening. He's like, I'm just a miner.
It's okay, they're friendly.
Okay. And then, he sees the tree being felled down with these spectral blades, and he's just like, you know what? Maybe we can do this. And he like, filled with the vigor of your guys' like battle prowess, he lets out this battle cry, and he's like, ah! And then he goes and like brings his war pick down on the shadow. We'll see. Okay. He rolled a 2.
Aw.
He like.
It's the thought that counts.
So he brings his war pick down, and then the shadow.
Probably felt really good.
The shadow just sort of drifts out of the way, and then he's just like brings it back up, puts it on, looks behind him. Did I get it? Did I get it?
Anchor effort.
He's just Ciara nodding. He's like, yeah. Okay. Alright,
Next one.
then back to Keyanthi.
Back to me. Okay, I'm gonna punch the Shadow Man.
Okay, punch him.
Because he apparently started to gain more color. And I'm really good at making things glow as I punch them. So, numbers. 15. 15 and a 23.
Those both hit.
Yay, okay. So we're gonna roll those dice and see how we do. Oh, okay. One was an 11, the other one was a 6, so that's 17 damage.
Okay.
Are you hitting the guy who's paralyzed? The one who
She
is
said the Shadow Man.
the Shadow Man.
Yeah, that shadow creature.
Let him regain his colors. And then paralyzed. And then I'm gonna use wait. If I do my bonus action to punch again, can I use Stunning Strike on top of it? Or does that only like a one thing?
You can if you spend an extra key point.
It has to be another key point expended.
Okay, either way, I'm good with that. Okay, let's do the key point then. That's what if I switch that. Okay, 17 plus 8 is over 20. I think that hits.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, so there's a key point spent on the Shadow Man.
Okay.
And then the damage, so we have to do a con save. And the damage is another 11. Woo!
Do 11. Did you do Stunning Strike?
That last one was a 7 strike. Yeah.
Okay, this one is also immune to paralysis.
Well, whatever.
Unfortunately.
Fine, I tried. Okay, I'm trying to
okay.
help the party, but every time I do...
It's okay, you know.
You stunned that other guy!
Oh, Keyanthi, you try so hard. And not
Keyanthi,
so
you're doing
far.
fine.
But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Got so far.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna roll for next.
Next is it's the guy's turn. Damaging the shadow creature also brings more color back to this guy. So you can relatively conclude that defeating the shadow creature will probably help him because he's under the thrall he's being enthralled by this shadow creature. Okay, now it's this dude's turn. So hold person, do I make a save on my turn to break it? Okay, and it's a wisdom save. Oh, he rolled a natural 18.
Oh yeah, that totally.
So he shakes off the hold person, but I'm pretty sure that's all he can do. So
It's the end of his turn.
see him come back. Now it's the bear's turns.
Okay. So there's the shadow creature, and then there's him, and he's engaged with Luna.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the shadow?
The shadow creature and Ciara are toe-to-toe.
Okay.
Meryl's there too. He's a helper.
Meryl's there too. Well, you know what? I'm gonna split the party. All right. Pip. Bear A is gonna just charge towards where Kivara. Yeah. It's gonna charge towards the shadow creature. Rolled really high.
Okay.
I got a 20 and a 24, and that is 12 points of piercing damage and 16 points of slashing damage.
Are they both so one's attacking the man and one's attacking the shadow creature?
The bear gets 2 attacks.
Oh, okay. So 12 and 16. Alright, cool.
Alright, and then Hop is going towards the guy. Didn't roll so hot for this one. I rolled 18 and 13. And he's not stunned anymore.
He's not stunned anymore, but he has low AC, so they both hit.
Oh, okay. 6 and 7.
Do you want to kill him?
Like as
For hitting the guy.
it's 13.
Okay, yeah. He you see the bear run over and just slash his claws across him, and he just falls to the ground. Do you want to kill him?
Well, okay. So here's the thing. It's not so much Ellie that's doing it. It's it's my spirit friends. They would see if he's turning color or anything, right?
I'll say that like your spirit friends wouldn't know your mind really well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since they've spent like literally your whole life with them.
Okay. If he collapses on the ground and if his color is regaining, then like Pip would stop.
Okay. Alright, now we're to Ciara, but I think she had to step away.
She's just
Okay.
setting her camera up.
Stepping on back.
Alright, so we only have the shadow creature left. And it's your turn.
My buddy?
You, yes.
Sweet.
Was the shadow creature the one who was knocked down?
No, that was the guy.
That's okay.
I think this is one of my last.
There's a man,
Oh.
and there's a shadow creature.
Oh, okay. I thought they were the same thing.
Yeah. The man has gray skin.
Okay, got it.
Alright. And I do Burning Hand.
Okay.
And I don't have a second level stuff on my hand. I think I'm using my lost my first level stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, after I've slowed the thing down, I brush my hand across, I brush my hand across the stone on my chest, and as my hands hold out, as my hand crosses it, it just bursts into flame along, and then just it shoots to my other hand, and then as I spread both hands out, I just want to light up his life a little. So, and I cast Burning Hands.
Okay, yeah. I rolled a dirty 20 on his save, so I believe that's half damage.
Okay, let me just do one of them. That is a 6, a 5, and a 2.
Okay, 13. Cool. Yeah. Another just sheet of flame passes over this shadow creature. He doesn't like it as he kind of recoils from the impact. Now it's Luna's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to start Divine Favor.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start going at this guy.
Do
this
it.
shadow guy.
Do it.
Okay, so I got a 12 and a 24.
To hit?
Yeah.
The 24 hits, but the 12 misses. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Let me double check that. Yes, I'm correct. You're fine.
Okay. So that's 10 piercing damage
Okay.
total and 1 radiant damage, and then I think I'll throw in a smite.
Okay.
And then another 14 radiant damage.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
I just want to miss on the first swipe, but then I just come right in, right into the middle of it with my sword glowing with the smite miss.
Okay.
That was awesome. Just right into the middle and it just starts sizzling.
Yes, so you thrust your blade into its shadowy depths, and then concentrate your divine energy, twist your wrist, and then this bright energy erupts forth from your blade. And basically, the whole area is filled with this radiant light as this shadow being evaporates away. It is.
That was a good looking.
The guy is bleeding because he's been mauled by a bear, but he looks like a normal human again.
Pip runs up to me and just like, and
Bear nosy. Bear regrets.
yeah.
Does he look like he's a nice person now? Doesn't want to kill us?
He's unconscious, so it's hard to tell.
Okay, Luna's gonna use lay on hands on him really quick. Just start with 5
Okay.
to get him conscious.
Okay. He does bear a resemblance to Lady Thornsbane. So you lay your hands down on him, pump him with some of that divine energy, and he... oh, gosh. His eyes are blurry. He comes into focus, and he looks over at you, and he's like, oh, gosh, where am I? Who are you? Why am I bleeding?
Sorry.
Lady Thornsbane's son.
Aye, that's me. Dirk.
Yeah, she hired us to come find you.
That's great.
Can you tell us what happened? She'll leave more lay on hands for him. Give him another 10.
Thank you. He sits up and he points into the cave and says, we found this lantern. It was entangled with the roots of the tree that was here. Did you cut that down?
Guys, what did we do with the tree?
Yeah, we cut down the tree.
Oh, okay.
I needed kindling. So I got some logs.
Hopefully we'll get hot fire.
Well, regardless of kindling or trees, there's it was this crazy lantern down there, and it, I don't know, just go look down there. I can. He kind of gets up. He's at 15 hit points. He can get up. He's a bit bruised. Just oh, wow. And,
Sorry, that was Pip. And you see this big spectral bear just kind of walk up, and I'm like, don't worry, he's friendly now. As I put my hands on him and I cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, thank you. Well, I can show you the lantern. Sorry, it's just a lot to take in. Find a bunch of elves and bears and... Is that you, Meryl? Hi!
You have your wits about you. Oh.
Anyway, so you said something about the below? Oh, you said something about below? Yeah, I'll take you down there. So he takes you down into the chamber below, and he it looks like it was this kind of man-made cave that was where the rock was transformed by some sort of like transmutation magic, and there's this lantern there, and he, Derek is the son's name. He says, "This is the lantern we found," and in there you see that there's this black flame in the lantern, and he says, "As soon as we came and encountered this, that shadow thing came out of nowhere, and my guess is that this lantern is the cause of everything." He's like, "Maybe we should smash it." I mean, like, he points around and you
let it out.
Knowledge Arcana?
Yeah.
I just cross my arms and I'm like, who's the virgin that lit this candle?
Nat 20!
Yeah. So you look at
I don't know if anybody could.
Ciara. You rub your hands together, concentrate on this lantern. You look around. You see that this is clearly where the terror in reality is, because half this room is engulfed in like shadow, and you try to touch it, and it's not there. A lot like the town that you ran into before, and just like with your magical training, you could sort of inherently sense this sort of like vortex of magic happening here. You're like, yeah, this is a spot. Probably, I was like, we should probably break the whack the lantern.
A drop kick it into the far wall. Well, that tears it, kicks it.
So the lantern just goes smack against the wall and shatters, and then the area returns to a normal amount of darkness.
No one else wanted the honors. I'm sorry. Like,
No, it's fine.
That tears it, kicks it.
With the lantern taken care of, feel pretty confident that this forest will start to return to normal.
What time of day is it, and is there direct light happening in the room currently?
It's probably like 3 in the afternoon. And
So after I drop kick it, and I'm like, oh, did Daniel start to camera? Ah! Like, just immediate break. Ah!
oh,
Where are my glasses?
this is a little too Miracle of Flight. There we go. This one sounds
Here you
way
go.
more
You
promising.
dropped them on the ground. As I give her her cool sunglasses.
Ah, thank you.
All right, so you guys, we'll say you guys, with the lantern taken care of, you give it like a few more good like stomps to make sure it's taken care of. Then you guys just go back down the river, find the boat, and return to Greensbarrow.
Give Jacob back to Jacob.
Yes, you return the boat to Jacob. He's pleased to see that the boat has not been damaged. And the villagers flock to you as you return. They said, "The darkness is gone. What did you do?" And you guys tell them, "Oh, well, there's this crazy shadow creature in a lantern, and we smashed it all, and everything's good." And they're like, "Oh yeah, this is great."
She kicked the lantern.
The little kid that likes candy, Alistair, comes out and he's just like, "Wow, that's so cool!" And he's like, "Oh, does that mean the Harvest Festival's back on?" And you see the lady, Julia, who was sweeping before, her like eyes light up, and she stands up and she says, "Yes, it is." And then she starts just ordering everyone around, and everyone just sort of dashes off to their homes with a little skip in their step, knowing that there is once again hope in this small hamlet. You see Mrs. Norris and Lady Thornsvane come by, and there's a very touching moment as Lady Thornsvane sees her son, and they run to each other in a warm embrace, and she starts to cry and hold him very tightly, and he's like a 30-year-old man, and she's like a 50-year-old woman, so like he's kind of like a little bit, he's a little, it's touching, it's like still touching. He's a little embarrassed, but like he looks over at you guys and then just like accepts the hugs from his mom, because he's like, these people are pretty cool. They're not gonna like judge me for being huggy with my mom.
Ciara is slowly reaching once again towards Miss Norris's hair curiously and has to.
Are you being sneaky about it, or are you just trying to?
No, it's more just like.
And Keyanthi just like puts her hand back down or something.
Okay.
Ellie comes from behind and puts her hand back up.
So
There's a devil and then another angel in Angel. And then both on your shoulder, kind of move your hand around.
Yeah. And like, I'm not subtle at all. I like literally just like push your hand into her hair.
Oh.
Because I see what you're trying to do.
Mrs. Norris notices this, and
Morning.
make it just a general charisma check for me.
All of
Hey.
them? Or just,
I
Me.
think just her.
okay.
That's 20.
And then, she's just like, do you want to touch it? I just had it washed, and she kind of brings it down out of her bun, and it's in this braid, and then she just offers it to you to, like, touch. Probably don't see this very often.
Like, wow, so red. So red.
So red.
So red.
There's little bits of gray in it. It's curly and kind of, like the wavy curls. And
I
then...
just admire the different gradients. It was just
Oh.
so fascinating.
And then Mrs. Norris is just like, oh my, you're making me blush. Never had anyone so excited over my own hair.
Even I throw my little white strand like over my shoulder, just like here. It's like,
Oh, so much color. And then by evening, there is a nice feast laid out. As much as they could with like their kind of meager harvest. It's a lot of nuts and a lot of like gathered food. So you get a lot of wild mushrooms, and there's a lot more fish because people started to lean on fishing versus farming because of the crops kind of going bad. And then everyone just has a grand old time. You guys finish with a nice Thanksgiving feast.
So when do we take the nut for Katie? Oh yeah, the
Or what
distinction.
happened. Yeah.
Katie approaches you during the feast. Did you find anything about my brother?
Luna's gonna take charge here. And hand over the note. Like we found his family with this.
She hesitates and then slowly reaches out with her hand. It's shaking a little bit, and she pulls it and then unfolds it and reads it, and you just see on her face she just sort of breaks down into tears again, and then
So just kind of like reaches a hand out to her, like to put on her shoulder, and like invite her for a hug if she wants it, but if not.
yeah, she accepts the hug, and she folds it in her hands and says, "Thank you. And now I have an answer at least, and thanks for bringing my daughter home and making this place safe again. I know I'm trying to be positive despite everything. At least he's not trapped in the shadows anymore." And she just sort of gives you a bow, and then I have to see to my daughter now. And she returns to Jill. It's a sad moment. But Lady Thornsvane approaches you guys and says, and she hands you guys, she holds out these, like, they're basically a medallion with like a little ribbon behind it. If you go to Renaissance fairs, they're known as favors. I don't know. Anyway, they're nice. And then Lady Thornsvane holds them out and says, "This is a badge of honor and the highest reward I can give." And so she pins them on each of you and says, "You are now wardens of Greensbarrow. Thank you very much for all that you've done." And then she goes and hands you a big fat coin of purse. Big fat wad of money.
Purse.
A big fat coin of purse.
As promised, here's your pay. You're welcome anytime in Greensbarrow. That's where we'll end. Unless you guys...
Yay!
We got money!
We're doing it! Freeze frame, we all done it for the year.
Yeah!
Hello, this is Tiffany, your DM. Thank you so much for listening to Dungeon Damsels. We really appreciate all your support. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps us out. And if you're interested, we also have a Patreon as well as a podcast version of our show. You can find it on Spotify, TuneIn, Podcast, Podbean, and pretty much anywhere where podcasts are. Thank you again so much, and we hope to hear from you soon.